Hey guys, welcome back to Just Carve Rob. And I'm Rob. And we're going to finish carving this rabbit. So we're going to put a center line in. And we're going to get those eyes drawn in there. Get those eyes all drawn in. We're going to do it two different ways. One eye we're going to use a knife. The other eye we're going to use power. We will be using the micromotor. The Master Carve Micromotor Pro with a very small scribing burr. Very small. It's only high speed. It is high speed steel. It's shaped like a very, very small flame burr. And that, we'll cut the other eye in with that. So let's get on it. All right, let's get this rabbit started. I don't know what sound rabbits make. All right. So you can see we have drawn the eyes in. All right. So let's get this video started here. We got the OCC 1 3/8 knife. I should be using the 1-inch knife, but I got the 1 3/8 knife in my hand, so that is what we're using. Okay, we're going to just trace around slightly outside the line, the pencil line there that we drew. We'll get that all traced in. Pull it down. You can make this in a couple cuts or one cut, however you want to do it. Yep, that's what you do, Rob. Take the knife and you go around the eyeball. And we're going to give this guy eyelids too. But first we're going to carve that eye. We're going to just do the outside of the eyes. There is the Master Carver Pro Carver with that very tiny scribe bit in there. High speed steel. We're running at about 12,000 RPMs. So not to overheat the burr. And we're going to trace around it. You can almost see that it's a little bit faster to trace that eye out with the knife. But we're doing it both ways here. We're going to carve it in like so. And right down the middle. The nice thing about the knife is it doesn't leave all that fuzz behind it. Because that fuzz can really get in the way. Okay, now we're doing a little eyeball shaping. A little eyeball shaping there. And then back to the knife. We're going to go in on an angle. And we're going to remove that chip. You can see it popping out there. You're going to remove that chip. Just like that. You can see we're keeping our knife on an angle. Because we want... This will be the beginning of rounding our eyeball. Even though it is a cartoon style eye, we are still going to round it over. So yes, we will be cutting this eye in deeper. Deeper! Deeper! Gotta carve it deeper. Slip it in that corner there and run it back up again. Pop that chip out. And let the shaping begin. This is going to be part 2. Part 2 of carving a basswood Easter bunny. Okay. All right. So we are changing out bits. We're going to the ruby burr. And since the last thing I used it on was cottonwood bark and it's plugged up, we are going to have to change over to, or not change over, go to our pumice, our superfine pumice stone to clean the burr. And this burr is about spent. Okay, so we're trying to round it over. And since I use the tip of the burr so much, I don't think there's very much grit left in it or on it. So we're going to end up changing it over to a diamond burr. Separate those eyes. Here come Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way. Easter, boiled eggs and chocolate candy. Isn't that a combination for digestive situations? Digestive situations, yeah. Get the Easter ham. I don't know why rabbits are associated with Easter. I think pigs should be associated with Easter, right? Because normally everybody has ham for Easter dinner. I know in my family we usually have Easter ham. All right, I realize, hey, that poor burr is spent. Order a new one, Rob. So we have got the diamond burr, flame diamond burr. It's one of those fancy diamond burrs that you can get a pack of 20 for like $20. And so I usually buy just the flame diamond burr because it seems like that's the one that I use the most of. The ones I burn up the most of is the flame diamond burr. So we're going to give this fella some eyebrows. Yep, you heard it first here on Just Carve Rob. Easter bunny with eyebrows. And we're going to make this rabbit really look unhappy because, hey, if you had to hop around all night carrying a basket full of eggs, and then you have to hide them, you'd be a little grumpy too. And welcome to the first day of spring, friends. That's why we're jumping into the rabbit here. The Easter Bunny is coming! Mama, the Easter Bunny, I want chocolate! Just what we need to give those hyperactive little kids is more chocolate. And what's up with the fake grass? Whoever came up with that crap, man, that stuff gets all over the place. It's almost as bad as Christmas with tinsel. Tinsel on your tree, it gets all over the house. And it ain't bad enough you got to put it on once. Then you got to put it on every year because once you put tinsel on your tree, you can never get all that crap off your tree. For those of us that use fake trees year after year, you get that tinsel all over it. That's like that fake snow that you spray, putting that on your tree. What a freaking mess that is, right? Okay, so we got that diamond, and we are going to smooth everything out with it. Get all this whole rabbit fiasco taken care of here. We'll get them all carved up. We're using the diamond burr. We're going to take off any pencil lines that we have left. We're going to round over those eyebrows, and we are going to feather it back. Right, Jordy? Feather it back to make the eyebrows stick proud of the head bone. There you go. Woo! Quick, quick, quick. We're running about 1.5 times the speed here, guys, on this section. The beginning of it with the knife and everything, that was all normal speed. So we sped it up a little bit to try to keep everybody from falling asleep. We'll get that feathered back. Work that eyebrow back. Work that eyebrow back. Yep, real interesting stuff going on here. Kind of looks like a squirrel with too many nuts in his cheeks. After doing this particular rabbit character, I see so many characters just in this face that you can produce. If you change the ears, I can almost see Scooby-Doo in that face. If you put a curly tail on them and shorten the ears, squirrel. Right? I guess they're all, except for Scooby-Doo, I think they're all part of the rodent family anyway. Right? Wouldn't that make an awesome squirrel? If we just shorten his ears down and give him all that wood that we carved off the back, we could leave a tail, a big fluffy tail on him. Maybe change up the stance a little bit. But no, I think that would work for a squirrel too, the body type we got going there. So yeah, I think just with this one face, this rabbit, I think we could come up with probably 4 or 5 different other animals, cartoon type animals. We could come up with like Scooby-Doo if we narrowed the face and made the muzzle a little bit longer. We could come up with Scrappy-Doo. Scooby-Doo's, I think it's his cousin. Scrappy-Doo, I think would fit good in this format. You know, it wouldn't be exactly the same carve because there'd be different variants to it, right? You might have to change it very little. You'd have to change it to create these other critters that I'm thinking of. But yeah, this would be a good format for those guys, I do believe. So, you know, in the near future here, we're going to have to do a squirrel. It kind of looks like Sandy the squirrel off SpongeBob SquarePants. We could do a squirrel, and we could do a rabbit, and I don't know if it would work for a raccoon. Raccoons have, I think if we skinny up that muzzle, we could squeak a raccoon out of it. But yeah, between the 2 different rabbits I carved, I think we could sneak a whole nother creature, a bunch of creatures out of it actually, with the same face type, same body type, just change like the tail style and the ears. I think we could do it. But yeah, we're gonna have to find a much more something that's not at so much wood removal with the micro carver and the Dremel 4000 with a flex shaft. I think I might have to break down and buy one of those little 2-inch discs, 2-inch shaping disc from Kutzall to put on my Arbortech mini grinder. It's only a 2.5-inch shaping disc. And I think with that, we could really just burn that wood right out of there. I always wanted to make a copier. Use a router, and you build a table. And you can take these guys and put them in there as a blank, and it follows it. So it's a wood copier, so you can make blanks. So it gets you close, but you still got to go in and finish hand carving them. They sell them online. All these big carvers, big carving guys. They have these. They call them rough outs, and basically they're characters that they've created. Like I created this rabbit. There's no blueprint on this rabbit. It all came out of my head. That's why it's so warped. And they have carver copiers, and they leave it to the outside dimensions. So it gets rid of the bulk wood, so you can go in and finalize the carving. And a lot of people like doing that because they might not have the hand strength or the tools to get rid of all that overburden wood. Man, that was took major time to do that. Glenn Frankenstone, I don't like it. Yep. So we'll get this guy's eyes carved in here. You can see we're working on the eyelids right now. And that should button this one up. This guy should be done other than going back and wood burning it. I don't know if I'll do that on camera. I don't know how many people like the wood burning part of the part of the process here. So if you like it, please let me know in the comments below. And if you do, I'll film it and post it, and you guys can watch me wood burn this guy. But, you know, if I don't get too many comments on it, I'm just not going to do it. I'll just finish them up, and then later on in the week, we'll bring them back and show you the finished thing. The finished little guy, right? We're going to brush them. Take some of the dust off of them. Get them all brushed down here. So, it's that time of the show to say, hey, if you guys would like to save 5% on kutzall burrs, use the code CARVEROB in all caps. CARVEROB. And it'll be in the link and descriptions down below. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, that will also be in the links and descriptions below. It helps out the channel, guys. It lets me buy more burrs so that we can do more of this fun stuff and I can show you. All right. Say hello to some friends. Jordy Johnson, Carving Fusion, Cleve's Backyard Woodworking, Rock of Ages USA Chainsaw Channel. And Ben over at Studio Lake, Calvin Carves. All right. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. Share, subscribe, like, check the links below. Be awesome. Carve something awesome. We'll catch you on the next one.